If you want the best clean and wash experience, you need to catch the happy wave at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. When it comes to caring for your car, don't settle for any wash and pay for all the extras. Get the best when you catch the happy wave at your local Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
We've had a few more isolated thunder showers this afternoon, mainly over in North Alabama, spinning on the north side of an upper-level disturbance centered near Birmingham and Montgomery. Not too much rain today, but a little more rain, especially for our North Alabama communities this afternoon. This will be fading away with the loss of daytime heating, but a few more isolated thunder showers possible for our Friday, scattered rain chances for our Saturday, and then showers and thunderstorms becoming likely Sunday afternoon. So rain chances not going completely away for the next few days, but we are going to be turning hotter as we head just in time for the weekend. Today, we didn't hit 90 degrees in most locations this afternoon, staying in 80s. It was 86 this afternoon at the Lawrenceburg Airport after a morning low of 72. No rainfall at the Lawrenceburg Airport today, but some locations, especially on the Alabama side of the state line, have seen a few spotty heavy downpours. And again, we'll have rain chances here, at least in isolated fashion, the next couple days before more widespread activity Sunday afternoon and evening. Isolated thunder showers fading away with the loss of daytime heating this evening, and then partly cloudy skies overnight. Clouds thinning out after midnight toward daybreak. That allows us to get into the upper 60s and lower 70s. And the partly cloudy skies and hot temperatures for Friday. We're going to be up into the mid-90s for most of us for daytime highs, and a few spotty, isolated, random thunder showers possible midday, afternoon toward the early evening. It's the daytime heating type thing that we often see during the summer months. Getting back to the 80s towards sunset, and then into the 70s tomorrow night. And because of the muggy conditions, not really dropping below the mid-70s tomorrow night and a Saturday morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms possible on our Saturday, and then maybe a more widespread round of showers and thunderstorms Sunday afternoon and the Sunday evening as the weak frontal boundary sags into the area. Maybe some isolated areas of locally heavy rainfall with that. That shifts south of us Monday, giving us a break in the rain chances, drier air, and some lower humidity here, and a break from the heat on Monday with daytime highs upper 80s to near 90. Dew points only back into the 60s, so that'll be one day of a reprieve. And then the muggies come back toward the middle of next week. They'll definitely be here over the weekend. Heat index values Saturday and Sunday 105 to 110, despite temperatures only in the low to mid 90s. That's because dew points are going to get to the mid to upper 70s. So it's going to be a much different heat this weekend compared to what we had at the start of the week when we had the drier conditions in place. It's not going to be like that. But here's our break in the muggy conditions on Monday with daytime highs near 90, heat index values right around the same place. And then the muggies come back with the heat toward the middle of next week, mid 90s for daytime highs, heat index values by the middle of the week up into the 105 range. But we expect that this time of year here in the Tennessee Valley. We are watching the tropics. We have a couple of systems we're watching carefully. We have one disturbance here in the Western Caribbean headed toward the Yucatan, one that may have a better chance of developing into something out here well out into the Atlantic, a little east for this early in the season. There's some dry air and dust just north of it, but not really wrapping into the circulation so far. So there are increasing chances this becomes a tropical storm. We'll talk about this one here in just a moment. The lead one headed toward the Yucatan and the Bay of Campeche. National Hurricane Center watching it with a 30% chance of becoming a tropical depression here over the next few days. Notice it stays well south of our part of the Gulf of Mexico. It stays well south of the Tennessee Valley. No local impacts here from that. The second one has a much higher chance of developing in something, 80% chance of becoming a tropical storm over the next few days as it heads westward toward the Caribbean. But notice how far out it is. This is a 7-day track, and it's out, and the Eastern Caribbean is out toward the end of that track. As it gets toward the Western Caribbean, that's a good 10 days away. That's how far away this thing is. So it's way too far out for anybody in the United States to actually be worried about this thing. Just keep checking back over the next several days, and we'll watch it carefully as it heads towards the Caribbean to see if it would try to eventually turn northward toward the Gulf of Mexico, or if it continues to head westward. A lot of questions, and we're too far out to answer them, which means no reason to be concerned No reason to buy into the social media and the internet hype just yet. This is just a tap on the shoulder to let you know you need to watch it, and we'll do the same here in the Weather Center. Dropping out of the 80s into the 70s overnight, upper 60s for many of us toward daybreak as the clouds gradually clear out, and then partly sunny for our Friday. Isolated afternoon thunder showers possible, but chance of rain only 20%. Daytime highs over southern middle Tennessee, mainly into the mid-90s. More of the same, but a couple degrees warmer, but still within the mid-90s for most of us over northwest Alabama, especially closer to the Tennessee River. Maybe a couple degrees cooler down there toward the southern part of the viewing area with a little more cloud cover. 7-day forecast looks like this. Isolated storms for Friday. Slightly better chance of scattered storms, but still scattered on Saturday. Sunday is when showers and thunderstorms are more likely to be widespread, especially afternoon and the evening. Some of that rainfall potentially locally heavy, and we certainly need the rain around here. You know, we're starting to get into drought conditions. Mid-90s here as we go forward the next few days. Heat index values over the weekend, 105 to 110. A break in the excessive heat for our Monday, and then it comes back toward the middle of the week, and thunderstorm chances come back toward the middle of the week as well. There's a look at your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for a final check of your local weather.